Up first, 225 years old, Tennessee marking a milestone birthday today.
You know, on June 1st, 1796, Tennessee officially became a state, and the city of Knoxville served as the backdrop to its birth.
Well, our Elizabeth Kubel joins us live from downtown tonight after spending the day digging into more than 2 centuries of our state and city's history. Elizabeth, what'd you find?
Yeah, well, maybe you've heard Knoxville called the birthplace of the state of Tennessee, and that is because the documents and the discussions that paved the way to statehood happened right here in downtown Knoxville. Without a little digging, it may be hard to tell that Knoxville's downtown is seeping with history. More specifically, the history of our state's founding.
Knoxville was the site of I think naturally the site of the Constitutional Convention, and then it became the capital of Tennessee.
But before Tennessee officially became a state 225 years ago, this is where a group of men brought the idea to the table. In fact, it was right here in what's now this parking lot on the corner of Gay Street and Church.
Well, that's where the 55 delegates met and argued about the Constitution, which was the founding document. So that's where all 55 guys, including James Robertson and Andrew Jackson and Claiborne and Anderson and Ray and all these, William Blount himself, all got together and argued for 27 days and came up with a document and signed it.
But one historical marker from the time does still stand: William Blount's mansion.
That's the only house that was here at the time of the signing of the Constitution.
A fitting backdrop for today's celebration in Knoxville. Though the founders decided on a state constitution in February of 1796, it was about 4 months later, on June 1st, that then President George Washington signed the documents to make Tennessee a new state. Documents drawn up right here in our backyard.
This founded a state. This was the beginning of a state. You know, the 16 of who would have guessed 50 states.
And the commemorations, they continue this evening. The historian that you heard from there in that piece, Jack Neely, he is inside Maple Hall right now. He is walking listeners through exactly what happened in our state's history 225 years ago.